A warm welcome to fellow lecturers and my friends. Today, I and my group members are here to present about our final year project for subject DFT 50114 Integrated Project. Before that, let us introduce our team supervisor who is Puan Mona Benti Azizan. Now, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Komati Daughter of Arjunan and my matric card number is 01DDT20F2051.
And my name is Hemasri, daughter of Chandraram, and my matric card number is 01DDT20F2001.
And my name is Tinagan, son of Raja. My matric number is 01DDP20F2032.
Next. This presentation will be based on proposal presentation for our final year project. Our projects based on authentication by using session-based password. Let us start our presentation. First of all, let us look at the introduction of our project. A login generally requires user to enter username and password. A username referred as an account name. Password is combination of alphanumeric characters that are unique to each other. For a password to be considered secure, it means that it must prevent unauthorized users from gaining access to protect system, information, and data. From this research, to build a system which known as authentication by using session-based password for quick login, easy, and secure password system. In this project, we will use pair-based authentication scheme. Furthermore, this pair-based authentication scheme will generate password for each session. Moreover, we will use grid table, which will shuffle at every login session accordingly. This grid table will contain alphabet, numbers, and symbols. Subsequently, our application will require 8x8 grid. We will build the system in mobile application. In this application, there will be 4 main pages, which is main page, admin page, employee page, and also registration page. As a result, this page will be one of the quickest and user-friendly to all users of our systems. Next. Next problem statement of our project. So even though passwords can be easily cracked, and for instance, hackers can break the majority of weak passwords in a matter of minutes or hours due to the advanced algorithms that can test millions of words and character combinations for every second. Hackers can easily access our sensitive data when they guess password disclosing it. Next. Now we're moving on the objectives of our project. Next. The main objective is to develop a complex authentication and authorization method to overcome the shoulder shuffling attack. Secondly, complexity for hacker to guess the password. Then is to develop a system that user can log in quick, easy, and secure. Next. This is the part will be the scope of our project. This system proposed for preventing shoulder shuffling attack. Besides that, this system will be based on mobile application. Now for the scope, we'll get to know about that administrator officer and employee are our potential users. Next. Administrator officer will handle this system. For example, they can modify the system and manage the problem in the system. Second, the employees become our target users because they will be used this system for work purposes and they are always prefer for a strong password. So before the employees start their work, they need to access our system first. Next. This is for the software and also the hardware requirements of our project. In this project, there are 2 main software will be used. It is Windows 10 and also Android Studio. Next, the hardware that will be used is laptop with i5 processor and with 30 GB hard disk and also 4 GB RAM. And last but not least, Android phone with Android 8.0 and above. So that's it all from my side. Now I will pass to my next presenter to explain more about our project presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamadi. Now I would like to continue with project significance. So basically, the project significance of our secure system is to prevent users from using usernames and passwords which hackers may easily guess. This may cause steal personal identity information and sell it to fellow criminals. Furthermore, we use passwords to unlock other accounts where you use the same password. So from the research, we have found many systems related to this problem. As a solution, there are systems with a technique which is session password scheme. We approach with a new technique which is pair-based authentication scheme. We use this method because of its simplicity, cost effectiveness, ease of operability, and also user-friendly. Next slide. Moving on to literature review. Next. Well, we have declared here about systems which related to password. So here it is. We have given two names of competitors. So the first one is Secure ID. Well, talking about Secure ID, it's a high quality identity assurance system that assists businesses in effectively managing access requirements using a multitude of authentication techniques. Second is Duo system. As we found that Duo is the user-friendly zero trust security platform for all people, all devices, and all applications for enterprises of all sizes that need to safeguard sensitive data at scale. From this system, we grab few ideas which assist us to do our project. Additionally, to enhance our system, we will make this system to log in quick and easy. Next. Moreover, I'm going to elaborate methodology that we use for our system. The project testing that we used is Agile Model System Development Lifecycle. The Agile methodology is a way to manage a project by breaking it up to several phases. It involves constant collaboration with stakeholders and continuous improvement at every stage. Once the work begins, teams cycle through a process of planning, executing, and evaluating. Next. Next. In here, I will elaborate each life cycle accordingly. So the first one we need is requirements. Well, in requirement, we implement the agile requirement to provide with a more structured framework guidelines during our system development. During this phase, we identify the most important features or functions of our system. Also, we have a checklist of elements need to include to define our goals clearly for each project. We all use this information to determine what steps we need to take to produce the desired system. The second is design. An agile design process allows us to use iterative as well as incremental approach to deliver the design of the application to our lecturers or clients and also customers. In this phase, the stages run in parallel. We divided the functionality into small parts that can be delivered independently and we start working on them. Next slide. The third one is development. Now we construct of our system and we develop a mobile application. We start building the first iteration of the product, the aim of having working usable application at the end of the sprint. This is far from the final version, so it should only include minimal functionality. This functionality can be expanded on in future iteration of the agile lifecycle. The following one will be testing. Well, in agile development, testing needs to happen early and often. In this phase, where we focus on investigation and discovery, this testing phase of the agile model helps our team identify all the bugs and errors in the mobile application before we start the deployment phase. Next slide. Next is deployment. This phase is the final step in the Agile model SDLC, and it delivers the final outcome of our mobile application to user. Eventually, this is the last phase of the Agile development cycle. We review the project. After we completing all the previous stages of phases, our team presents our mobile application to the lecturers, and also we present the result that we achieve. That's it for methodology. Next. Now moving on to references. Next. We have go through some journals that we get it from internet and so on. That's it for me. Next, my co-presenter will elaborate further. Thank you.
Thank you, Hema. Next is our project's Gantt chart. Our project's Gantt chart look like this. We keep our planning and the weeks needed to finish our project apart. We choose 14 weeks execution schedule for this project. We choose to carry out our project is in 6 planning phases. First and foremost, planning phase, which is preparing and planning of the project proposal, such as make correction on abstract, draw a storyboard regarding on our project. We decided to complete the phases by 2 weeks. Next is analysis phases, which is plan, requirement and design, discussion session with supervisor, problem specification. This phase also we decided to complete by 2 weeks. The third phase is design, which is design the interface of system, develop the interface with extra function. This phase we decided to complete 3 weeks. Next is implementation phase, which is start to do the coding work for the system. This phase also we decided to complete by 2-3 weeks. Next is testing phase, which is test our system and collect the feedback from users and fix the bugs and error if got. This phase we decided to complete by 4 weeks. The final phase is maintenance, which is can use the system very well, try to prevent errors, system development and accomplished. The final phase is we decided to complete by 2 weeks. Next. Next is cost planning. We won't spend a lot of money during cost planning because the hardware and software requirement that we will use all free only. For example, Windows 10, Android Studio, a laptop with an i5 processor, a 30 GB hard drive, a 4 GB DDR4 RAM, an Android phone with Android 8.0 and above. So we will saving money on this. However, we will use our money for this thing like printing, such as gathering, transportation, and team discussion. Final is conclusion. As conclusion, we are developing a system for all the daily users who needs a quick, easy, and secure login to prevent account from hacking. In this paper, we will use pair-based authentication scheme. However, the scheme that will be completely new to the user and the proposed authentication technique should be verified extensively for usability and effectiveness. Also, it is easy to use and handle, hence in near future. This technique has scope to use in many fields for the security purpose. That's all from us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.